Hi, I'm Sonia. Welcome back to my channel, Sonia on Being 60. So today we're going to bust a couple more of those running myths that are out there. Last week we talked about how if you run in cold weather, you're going to freeze your lungs. False. How if you run a 10K, let's say, in more than an hour, that you're a jogger, not a runner. Again, false. Regardless of your pace, you're a runner, in my humble opinion. And that you have to be a certain body size in order to be able to run. And again, that's just a running myth. So two more running myths today that I just want to chat about. And one is that if you run, that's a license to eat. Eat whatever you want, how much you want. Well, certainly, I want to say for some people, if they, high intensity, they've got super high metabolism, they're running like a lot long distances or those short bursts of speed and what have you, they're probably going to need to eat a lot more calories than maybe someone who is going out for an easy 10K run. Now, I remember back when I was learning to run and when I was, running with different groups, I remember, some of the folks lamenting about the fact that, I thought running was going to burn all these calories and then I'm going to lose a ton of weight and, I'm actually gaining some weight. And then you kind of get chatting and you find out, well, they're out for a leisurely 10K run. They're maybe drinking a bottle or two of Gatorade or Powerade, some sports drink, along with maybe, some type of a bar, like a Cliff Bar. And then, go for coffee and having this big, cinnamon bun or croissant. And it's like, so I wonder why you're not losing weight. And really it's because a lot of newer runners do think that they're burning all these tons of calories and they're exercising, so wow, like the sky's the limit, when in fact the sky is not the limit. Exercise, obviously running is great for you and you do burn some calories, but typically and everybody burns calories at a different rate. Like I know myself, if I run 10K for example, I may be burning 600 calories, which at the end of the day is not a lot when you think about it. Like, and if you do burn, let's say 600 calories, and during the run you've drank 150 calories in a sports drink, maybe 400 calories in, a bar, some kind of bar, and then you have a little treat after your run, and then maybe at dinner you say, oh, I exercised today, I'm just gonna have another little piece of cake, or I'm gonna have another helping of dinner. Well, you've probably now blown through your daily calorie requirement, plus you've you've blown through any calories you might have burned, and you've actually eaten way more than what you need, and over time that just might result in a bit of a weight gain. So running is not necessarily a license to eat. Now, the other myth I want to talk about today is carb loading. Now, when I'm talking about carb loading, I'm not talking about, if you're preparing, let's say, for a marathon, that in the days preceding the marathon, you're maybe upping your carbs, incrementally every day. That's just preparing, just making sure your glycogen stores are full, that you have enough energy that's going to kind of get you through the event. Now, what I'm talking about, though, when I talk about carb loading, is the night before the race, is you're just gobbling up all this pasta and cakes and sports drinks, thinking that one meal is going to load up your glycogen stores and you're going to be golden for that race. In fact, what happens if you do that, and I'll tell you like my story. When I first started running, I was told the night before the event, you have to eat you have to carb load. You eat until you can't eat anymore. And, I'd go to races, go to the marathon, like the race dinner, it'd be this huge pasta buffet, pasta, lasagna, and there'd be cake, and there'd be cookies. And people are like eating like plate after plate after plate. And I must say, when I first started, I did that because I was told that you have to do this. And inevitably, I would feel like yuck. The next day I'd be bloated, I'd feel lethargic. So the whole concept of the carb loading the night before really is a myth. It's not something you need to do. And I'm not saying don't eat pasta before your race. If you love pasta, have a plate of pasta. Have one plate. Have like a normal size dinner. Like you should have been preparing your body with good nutrition, not just the day before the race, but in the days, the weeks, the months leading up to your event. So yeah, the carb loading thing. Like I say, best to just, follow good nutrition. And personally for myself, like before, like a long distance event these days, my dinner is going to be pretty much the same as what I eat all the time. It's going to like maybe be some salmon or some other type of a protein and vegetables. I'm personally not a real carb eater, but I might have a sweet potato or some rice. And it's a topic for another conversation in terms of, do you really need those carbs? Can you get along without them? Maybe yes, maybe no. But I'll talk about that in another video. Anyways, busting those two myths for today. Keep it short and sweet. I'll bust a couple more next week, and then we'll be off on talking about some other things. Enjoy your week, and we'll see you next week. Bye for now.